Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is NutRaisin, and we are playing, we're playing PLO 20 again. After some pretty brutal runs last couple of weeks, it is a better plan right now to move back down, rebuild, and then take another crack at PLO 50 as soon as we can. So for now, we are sitting on one microgaming table. We have... Wait, that's the wrong button. We have two more PLO 10 tables on RunItOnce coming up. So we have some RunItOnce on the channel. And waiting for more PLO 20 tables on micro. We'll probably also have to branch out to another third site. I think it's gonna be GG Poker. Even though I'm not... Now we'll see how it goes. The games are supposed to be soft. I would prefer to do all my volume on Rio, but not much of PLO 20 has been running there recently. I'm hopeful that'll change now that I'm back in the PLO 20 streets and will be table starting. I just need to finish setting up here. Yeah, whenever that's not possible, I'll have at least one PLO 10 table from Rio on the stream. For the purposes of being a streamer for Rio. Curious to see how the traffic's gonna be like the next couple of days. A new promotion is happening on Rio. The 101% splashy hours are over, and we're now getting, I think, the boost hours again. On the button. One of these dudes is too race happy. Let's call it on the button. It is thin at the very least, because it's going to be multi-bay. There's not that many great flops for us. He does come over the top, but for really small sizing, which is A, weird, and B, sucks, because now we have to call closing the action here. Everybody checks, alright. Giving us a flush draw, a little bit of a blocker, not the ladder, not terribly useful now, and we're not gonna call here. A strange line and a strange card to be betting on now. But more power to you, sir. Nope, not with the deuce. Hang on. Flush Hype! Hey, welcome back. Thanks for the good lucks. And good luck to you and everybody watching. Nope. We need to keep an eye on the lobby. Oh, there you go. More tables for us. And we're seated at a PLO 10 table as well. So we have some Rio action going on. Matter of fact, two of them. And we start off right with aces on the Rio table over here. Let me see, are these nicely in focus? Yeah, good enough. Pair of eights, not a lot here. Here we get to raise. Laney, fold, say, welcome back. And Ian Leal asking how I am. Hang on, I'll get to all of these. Yes to the first one. I'm gonna play some W Coupe in the next couple of days. And I am doing rather fine, Ian Leal. I hope the same is true for you. Hang on, a bunch of irons in the fire here. Yeah, definitely calling this top pair, flush draw, open ender. The daily boost, right. The daily boost promotion where there are 2 boost windows. If you play during those, you first get, I don't know, 20, and if you play in the second window as well, you get 40% extra rakeback directly into your account. For all the play during the boost hours. I reckon that's gonna be good for traffic as well. Over here, not suited to the king. Kinda close, I think it's alright. This one we're definitely letting go. Not good enough to play this one multi-bay. I think it's alright. It's on the looser end, but we have the king high suit, we have the jack 10. See what's the solver perspective on that one. I think it's fine. My favorite spot, small blind versus button. King, queen, jack 10. Jack 8. Technically does not get played. The Jack 9, Jack 8 don't get played in that spot. But I don't think it's a huge deal. So, no, Ian Leal. Yeah, I'm doing quite fine. Of course, it's a little bit sad that I need to move back down again, but it is the smart choice given the way I've been running. Not gonna play everything on a dealer, of course. I rarely do. Some bad play mixed in there for a decent portion as well. But the majority of it was just PLO being PLO. Being kind of nasty sometimes. So we're back in the PLO 20 streets. But even with that, I am doing quite fine. Thanks for asking. Hope the same is true for you. Top pair, open ender on a rainbow board. Down here, I kept checking it down. Question if you want to put it better now. No, but I might want to call this one undecided there. He would definitely not folding. Yeah, I think I'll call. He did have the queens. Okay, yeah, it probably makes the most sense. Not just in retrospective, but just at face value, probably not the best call there. Well, first of all, here, because we had limpers, I decided to raise this one up, flop quite nicely. Guess to call this. Currently on the C Martin, on the biggest downswing of your life. I can relate, man. Well, hang on. Maybe he has aces, which he has a lot? No? Okay. Looking here, although no, we're 4 ways, so I wouldn't mind it a bit. Nice hand here. Gotta walk the dog, Ian. Very familiar with that fate as well. C Martin, yeah, that's not happy news. Not happy to hear that. And the 600 BB pot versus that hand, Queen Jack 8-8 single suited, hurts more than against other hands for sure. And I can definitely relate to being on the biggest downswing of your life. I did not have a very enjoyable time at PLO 20, PLO 50 either. That would be us. Not sure about the turn call. On the other hand, you could be clicking buttons. $20 extra in the middle. I think I'll let it go. Wait, didn't I put you in a shirt there, sir? Yeah. Nope, but we catch a nice hand over here. King, Jack, 10, 10, double. The horse today. Well, I'm not going to be good in the horse myself, but I'll be eagerly awaiting updates from you. Bet here. The horse contains too many games I'm not familiar with. And I think we're fine squeezing this. Player has been shown that he's very active so far. And good afternoon to you, sir. And also, thanks for the good luck. Same to you. Well, we're not folding that. There you go. He's not folding now. Remaining stack. This would be confused if he did. Wouldn't mind, but... Anthem sucks player notes, hang on. And looks like we're splitting this, so he is definitely on the more active end. This is not a 4-betting hand. I don't have notes for him. Hang on, for who? For Anthem sucks, hang on. Yeah, do? Yeah, wish I didn't have wouldn't have bet the flop here. Now is played, we're gonna need to let it go. Sucks. Hang on, do I have notes on this guy? Where is he? Nope, no notes on him. This gentleman over here. And Chase the Ace, also welcome back. And yeah, it's gone quite nicely. I made my peace with the fact that I needed to move back down again. And what a nice turn of events over here. Being a raised pot. Yeah, and now we're in rebuilding mode. Gonna raise this one up for sure. Takers for PLO 20, yeah. We got 2 in the pool now. We have a very active player down here. Give him a tentative red tag for now. There's maybe a lot of min raising going on that's pushing up his stats here. Let's see. Nope. Yep, closing action, that is cool. A pair and an open-ender down here. We have kings. Certainly gonna raise this gentleman here. Just gonna call it. Well, it's... the way is fine. If he calls... I think we go with it. For the min raise. Range. Might be a fun guy to play against. So, in a single race pot, we flop kind of cool. Also against a rather active player. Not a crazy dude, however, even though his 3-betting is kind of high. Sample size is low on that stat, though. Nevertheless, certainly raising. And looks like the home games are gonna be quite full today as well. Last time I checked, already had a bunch of entries at the play money. Not so much at the real money yet, but play money is where it's at anyway. Nothing cooking for us. Wolf might have the wrong tag. 44% VPIP. And Chase Day is also, thank you for the good lucks. Der Alte back in the channel. Good to see you, der Alte. Welcome back. When are the home games? 2 hours from now? Yep. It's tempting, but on this table. Thanks a lot for the good lucks. So far, we're doing fine. Tripled up at the PLO 10 against rather fun players. These two dudes here. This guy has shown earlier that he can click buttons and no mistake. Not any discernible or much discernible reason behind it. Down here we're gonna go for the lead, heads up. Fine hand to do it with. Also have a gutter, which would be to the nuts, and have the best hand here quite a lot. Ace rolls off. Still gonna bet this. Get down. And against this guy who raised with the 10 question. Hang on, we got a bunch of spots. I think against this guy I don't mind raising, getting it in against him. He folds and we take it down. Have the nuts here. And have a nice hand down here, where we flop a flush. Cut off by checking. Take it down with the nut flush on table 2. Jetcack calling with button P. Alright. Who's the Jetcack character? Oh, this one. Right. The one we have tentatively pegged as crazy. Take it down with the other flush on table 4 as well. Lose passive. This is interesting. Here against in a 4-way spot, we'll let the kings go. A board like this. Problem is runouts. Turns are almost all of them are pretty bad for us. Oh, we have a set in there as well. I think I'll lead this one. Mostly influenced by the fact that I do have that queen there. And down here I'd love to come along, but everybody's gonna be in it. It's not gonna be a great... Sorry, here. Not gonna be a great multi-way hand. We'll just let it go, even though I am very tempted. Yeah, Jetcack might not be around much longer. Depending on if he reloads. Nope. Chase Ace, strictly PLO, basically, is the answer there. I used to play Fixed Limit Hold'em, but those days are long over. As in, Fixed Limit Hold'em is pretty much dead online these days. Cash games in particular. And so yeah, that's the only thing I play. I wouldn't be opposed to playing PLO sit and goes, but it has to have PLO in the name, basically. Yeah, I saw. Steve Martin, I saw. Yeah, he's pretty nutty. I don't think he's gonna be around much longer. Although I might be wrong. Here, what's happening here? Here we let this one go, right? We need to be a little bit nicer in order to squeeze, because we can hardly call. Or yeah, I think it's far removed from any stable ranges. Yeah, it is. Maybe actually. Of the home game cash league. Oh, right. That's a good question. That's an excellent question. And the unfortunate answer is you can't right now because I didn't think of that. So the way it's gonna work right now is, or the way it's gonna work period, I think, is that during the home game, and as long as the home game tournaments last, I'll be sitting at... Hang on. I'll be sitting at PLO 10 tables on star... Oh. Hang on, I'll get back to you in a moment. I think I'll still raise this. The deuce. He's telling us that deuce is a problem, huh? We do have a PLO 10 table open, which is why I need a moment. PLO 20 table open. There are a lot of things going on right now. Alright. So the plan is to have a cash game league now, and as long as the home games last, there will be, for now I made 3, but I can make more. There will be a bunch of PLO 2 cash game tables open in our home game club on stars. And I'll be, like, if there's more than one table, then I sit on more than one table, and everybody's should only sit on one table, except for me, so because I need to track the hands. And so... yeah, me sitting on all the tables will allow me to track all the hands, and then that way we'll have a cash game league standing. Who makes the most profit? Basically. Ooh, pot measure with the follow. Hey, cheers, man. I heard you were starting to stream PLO as well. And couldn't find any video on demands on your channel as well, but I checked, and I'll keep an eye on what you do. Very excited to have another PLO cash streamer on and for RunItOnce. Yeah, so, who was it? Flushhype? Flushhype, you asked. That's the long and the short of it. That's how it's gonna work. Get the 9s done over there. Do my best to catch up with the chat and again in a moment. Oh, sorry, I thought I checked here already. Also have one down here. We're just gonna check parent and not flush draw. That is the nuts for us. Here we're gonna come over the top up against the aces, then so be it. We're not. Yeah, decided to bet now. The turn. Get called, board pairing. Not ideal, but we at least block 9-8. He leads. Just calling suits me just fine. This gentleman now leads. which I'm in the end also gonna call. I'm not quite trusting him here. Is the 9-6. Alright, that's a brave call on the turn, my friend. You got lucky. Twice, because I ended up calling you. Table 3, we took it down. TTV Grizzly 1. Hey, cheers. Thank you for the follow. So I'm gonna ditch a table, because otherwise it's gonna be a bit too much here. And I get back to the chat. Right, der Alte has it in one there. I completely forgot about the Cash Game League. But, yeah, so that's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna sit on our tables, everybody gets one entry. Or gets should only have one seat. And I'll sit on all the tables, be able to track them with a poker tracker, and that way we will have a standing, basically. A ranking. Yeah, rank will be entirely based on the amount won. I think could do something like. That's an excellent question. Maybe there's like a sort of ratio, like some sort of equation I could come up with in order to avoid people just playing once and having like a sun run day, and that leading the league like that. Is PLO 2? Yeah, I'm not playing anything higher on stars personally. Because of the rig and the Chase Days never tested any of them out. Neither Fusion nor Showtime. Because I guess because none of these new offers convinced me or enticed me to play. Also a good question. So I don't really have an opinion except that they didn't look all that interesting to me. It's not. I don't mind that they try to mix it up, try to invent new games. With stars, however, I always find myself thinking like, who's this gonna be good for, me or stars? And lately, as in the last couple of years, I'm leaning towards stars, unfortunately. Oh, quads for the beginning, huh? It's a nice start. Over here, get a fold on the quads. Checking here, the ace took it down pre. More PLO 20 tables, so the pool looks nicely filled. Your Etham sucks, by the way. Alright, so you get the friend of the channel tag right there. Let's see Martin, alright. Bunch of interesting spots. Holding here either. And turn the nuts. Down here, gonna see bet, a bit small. Still taking one off here. 8 not very helpful, leading here. He now leads. I'm gonna call down here with the flush against this guy. Very good. And here we get to play for it all. Really up against a flush draw. No, the same hand. The exact same hand. We were none of us was free rolling the other. Reasonable to Create that many tables. I assume you mean the home game. It's just gonna happen if enough people want to, like, if more people want to play, then we have spots on the tables for. Turn interesting here. Decided not to bet. All right, stars will only allow us to sit on 4. Duh. He leads now. Maybe he has it. Does not have it. Clicking buttons there. Spencers! Hey! Good to see you back, Spencers. Table. Pot measure, hang on, yeah, I can help with that a little bit. What you want to do is you want to set up one scene that contains everything you need to show on the you want to have in your overlay and all that stuff. And then you duplicate that scene, and you don't capture full screen. You capture part of the table, part of the screen. And for each scene that so you're gonna put your tables on the screen, like 4 tables that you want to play, and each scene is gonna capture one that part of the screen that you want to show. I just can find there. Get there in the end. Sorry, pod measure, it's a bit busy. So you create multiple scenes, each of them showing that part of the screen where the table is gonna be, and then you can set up hotkeys in the settings of OBS to switch to this to switch between the scenes. So I use F1 until F8 or something to switch through my various scenes. Gonna call you 50 cents in the middle. That's a good incentive. So yeah, don't capture full screen. Go to what is it? Display capture, and then you in OBS when you edit all the elements, you size the display capture down to the part of the screen that you want to have the table on, and you do that for all the tables that all the spots of the screen where tables are gonna appear at. Been playing around with the software since yesterday. Yeah, prepare yourself for 1 or 2 days, or even possibly more, while you fine-tune everything. Always takes a while. Be gentle with not appreciate it. Tasty Ace. Either one of the ones I'm playing. If PLO 10 is too high for you, and as long as Star Rio does not offer PLO 4 or any lower stakes than PLO 10, then this one is a good bet. Sorry, this one. Off the bar! Hey, welcome back off the bar. Everything good here. I hope the same is true for you. Maybe. Gotta learn the flush draw blockers. And thanks for the good luck. Off the bar. We gotta take one off here. Actually gonna ditch another PLO 20 table on micro just so I have a little bit more breathing room. Speaking of breathing room, certainly some to be had here when we have aces. Checks. I'm not gonna bluff this guy, I think. Not quite alright. A pair of jacks. Also flop alright over here. And chat is active today. Took it down with not a set, trips. Here we flop kind of nice too. Take it down on table 3. So about the home game, about the regular home game, I'm not quite sure today. Today's home game will count into the standings for the future league, because I'll have to see after the home games end if it still counts towards the previous league, and if it does, then I will be completely unable to do the math and figure out. It's just gonna get up all meshed together in the current season if it's still going on. And I wrote to Stars about starting a new season. Unfortunately, they haven't gotten back to me or even acknowledged that I mailed them in pretty much a week now, or almost a week. So if today's games, if today's results still count towards the previous season, we're just gonna have to discount them. But I'm still gonna call down here. He had a whole lot of nothing. On the turn he had something. Did we get called? Hey, a new PLO 20 table opens and we get aces right away. Right, this one we need to go, I think. And here we don't flop so great for aces. Gonna start bluffing or do anything with the blockers there. Let it go. Jesus. A lot of things happening in the chat today. I thought I was your first follower, pot mesher. Because I meshed the, not the pot button, but the follow button earlier. Gonna be excited to watch your journey, pot mesher. Good to have more PLO streamers. Not many of us around. Right, not gonna fold this. Actually, PLO 10 on Rio has been going kind of strong last couple of days, last couple of weeks. Have a history with bad bankroll management, might even throw in PLO 50. Good luck with that. May you have a better run than I did. Let this one go here. We happily check behind. Interesting turn. All right. I played a little bit fast and loose here. But I'm gonna bet now. Take it down. And have a nice hand down here. Top pair, flush draw sounds pretty good. Get called. Bet there, and also gonna bet here now with top 2. Get called. It raised here, really, by the button clicker. And he had trip deuces, didn't do more than call. That's very tight, sir. But good on, fair enough, good for us. Yeah, we're not gonna fold to this guy. That 5, I dislike it more in its capacity of being a spade here. Did make the straight, alright. But he was clicking buttons something fierce earlier, I don't regret having called. 40 bucks in the middle. 40 cents, of course. Closing the action, I think it's really rather close. We flop our right for this kind of hand. Over here. I think we still cold call. Check. Not folding here. Auto. That 4 is nasty. On that 4 we need to fold. Decent board. Chase the Ace, you can also join the Discord and there we can there people can help you out. What's sides to play. But of course I'd prefer I'd recommend Rio and no mistake. Hang on, so this one we're gonna raise. It's this guy. Not much happening right now. Pairing, huh? Right. Took it down with the raise on table 1. Next. Down. Decide to bet here now in the end. Been checked through all the way so far. Potmasher heading out for a while. Alright, see you later, man. This PLO 20 table breaking down to heads up. Not do that, busy enough as it is. Go for the bluff here, no mistake. And he re-raises, in that case we are done. It's unfortunate, but I don't dislike what we did there. Top pair, alright. Very nice river. Here we flop nice. Gonna lead this one as well. Called and we're good. Oops, thought I clicked the button. Check out the... who's it? JSTAs. Join the Discord, check out the... where is it? Training software, I believe. There's a pinned message that explains how to use Poke Tracker and or Hold a Manager in on microgaming, and it's described in detail over there. I don't know, are you on the Discord already? Not playing Heads Up. Well, no. Oh, never mind. This up here a bit. Down over here, we just let it go. What did Elena call it when we had the nuts? She had jacks, she revered a set of jacks. Alright. That is a rather nice board for us, all in all. Here we get aces. Also pretty nice. Take it down with the set of sevens. And flop rather okay over here as well. Gonna keep betting here. Ditch the microgaming tables because they all kind of start looking pretty bad. Better one. Yeah, the money's just going in with the flush draw. Too happy about it because he always has it right now. And that happens more often than you would think, which is why normally I don't bet out there. Normally I keep this pot small on a board like that. I think her I'm gonna need to call down. She's just a little too loose. Flop interesting over here, no mistake. Oh, we got a fun guy at micro. Called and we're good. Well, duh. Oh, PLO 20 is starting off nicely. Yeah, here we got huge manos, who is fun. We put it like that. Up a double gutter, backdoor flush. Would love to see a turn. This sizing is still callable with our hand. And now we're done. Interesting one over here. We opened, got raised. Raise this one up. Cooler! Hey, welcome back, Cooler. Good to see you. Get down here. We called closing the action. Checks again. We're certainly gonna bet. Not gonna be the largest bet. Doesn't need to be. Raises, huh? Elena. Sorry, Elena. Fair enough, fair enough. Fancy name. And fancy hand. Fancy that. Decent board, I would say. So we'll always mix in some PLO 10 in order to have some Rio games on the channel as well. Especially as long as we don't have PLO 20, which we do now, but still. Down here, this might want to invest our entire buy-in in this one with the backdoor flush. Yeah, I think we kind of need... with the backdoor flush, I don't see myself getting away from this. Ooh, we're doing nicely. Cool. That's a good pot right there. Excellent. Right. We're gonna check behind. Definitely checking behind here. And we're good. Dude. So in the future, I'm also gonna mix in some... I probably need a third-party site, or like another third-party site. Probably gonna be GG Poker. For PLO 20 rake-wise, it's fine. Higher, I wouldn't prefer playing there at all. With the uncapped rake and everything. And see, Martin found his way to our table. He has position on us. And we're sitting on a very aggressive table here. Have to do a lot of folding right now. Which is fine. We'll pick our spots. So once again, this channel is going to be all about the journey of moving up to PLO 50, not about making it PLO 50 now, given the runs of the last couple of weeks. Also, made enough of mistakes, but running bad was the main factor there. I feel it's always kind of hard to be completely honest to yourself in poker. That's why I always say I certainly made enough of mistakes. The 7-4 is actually fine. 7-3 would be a fold. Cooler. It has gone quite nicely personally. Poker-wise, of course, it's unfortunate that we have needed to move. That I needed to move back down. Yeah, as I just said, last couple of weeks were pretty nasty. So the fun guy here left. That is rather sad. But we have Rick, who might be interesting too. Turn an open-ender. And need to do a lot of folding. It is a very active table. Yeah, so I think that's going to be the plan for the next couple of weeks. That PLO 20 is going to be the max, and we're going to have... Because PLO 20 is not running a lot on Rio currently. I hope it'll change now that I'm table starting again. And if not, then we'll have 1 or 2 PLO 10 tables on Rio on the screen, so I have some Rio tables, some Rio action going on, and the rest will be evenly spread, or will be spread between microgaming and GG Poker, I believe. Still gonna kind of want to use the blockers, and the Jack of Diamond is not a bad one to have here. Oh. Would you look at that? We're tight aggressive on all the Rio tables. Easy to maintain when you get aces. Home games are kicking off in 90 minutes. So in terms of PLO 20 buy-ins, here we're up on calling this, raising this. Up a buy-in pretty much, and on Rio we are up 2 buy-ins. So I think we're close to 3 buy-ins of profit currently. Decent start. Do more checking here. Go for a bluff, cause why not? Really tight image on this table. Also can make a gutter. Gonna give it a nudge. Yep. It's Derek, huh? Icon. No, I did not. Did not yet. I had absolutely no time the last couple of days. With the long streaming hours, the Phil Gaffan streams, I hardly had any downtime from poker at all. But I will. Take it down. Prefer to size up here without a spade. Okay. Make it double suited, I would be interested. This might be a fun guy. This guy is turning out to be a regular, it seems, judging by his stats. Right. OMG. Huh? Yeah, OMG indeed. Oop, bucks extra in the middle. Yep. Makes it worth a while. Even with a hand like this. I have 8s. More of like a blocker bet. I would very much like to see the turn for a price like this at a river. And we end up making 2 pair. It's not nothing on this board. I'm gonna check and check call against her a lot. I'm taking it down. Yeah, I second the keep us updated comment. I'm gonna be curious to see what's gonna happen. And looking forward to hearing about deep runs from you. I think I'll bet this. And I think I'll definitely raise this against a min raise, no less. Alt here. Oh, we're in position. We can size down a little bit. All right. I think otherwise fine. I wouldn't have totally hated. We took it down on table 3. Wouldn't have hated a turn bet here. Turning our hand into your bluff at that point. Finding another PLO 20 table on micro. So we're sitting on 3 PLO 20s, 2 PLO 10. Aces up here. And calling down here. Closing the action. Sounds good to me. Aces again. Flop pretty nice. Down here we do gain a gutter. We have a flush draw as well, I'm just noticing. And table 3 broke. We end up making our flush. Gonna check here 3 ways. Took it down with the aces on another table. Take it down with the flush there. And I'm not gonna bet here. We're heads up. Pretty good to me. Yeah, I missed a W Coupe PLO event yesterday, but the next one I shall definitely be playing. Nope. Raising that one, however. Yeah, not suited to the ace here, we just need to let it go. I'd say that qualifies. It's a decent board. With the backdoor flush draw, starting to bet here, no mistake. Almost a complete wrap in our hand. Yep, money's gone in. 400 BB. Flush draw, and we end up splitting. I am fine with that. A new PLO 20 table kicks off. Cool beans. And we get a nice starting hand for one of the first hands on the PLO 20. Ace King 7-8 double. Bets. Alright, dude left to act behind us, we'll just let it be. Backdoor flush draw, we're not folding that one just yet. Terrible turn. It's a terrible river. Although if he's on a draw, then he might bluff here sometimes, so maybe I would have preferred to check. Turns out he's not on a draw. King Jack then, I guess. Diamonds. King Jack, but without the diamonds. Oh, and also 5, so he had a set. Fair enough. Go for the bet here. Oh, against friend of the channel, C. Martin. Get down. Aces on the new PLO 20 table on micro. Now this is a decent question with the backdoors, with the backdoor flush as well. Sorry, yeah, I think we'll take one off. Those. Interesting board. Bets again, now we have the open ender on top, certainly not folding, especially not for this sizing. Don't get there this time around, fair enough. We might... I'm gonna go for the bluff. And down here we're gonna start bluffing as well. We take that one down, that's pretty sweet. We flop quite well over here. And no dice, board pairing. I'm still gonna bluff if this guy ends up checking, which he does. Particularly convinced that we will be able to take it down. Alright, alright. Oops, I thought I clicked that button. My bad. Damn it! I thought I clicked that button too! Edgar is sitting out, let's hope he comes back. Take it down here. Get raised. Two pair in the open ender. Alright. Fill us up, but no mistake. Also have a nice raising hand over here. There everybody limped. We flop. Okay. Got it to the nuts. Second nut flush draw. Here we get called. Should be good. Which we are. Sweet. However, I think we're better off just checking here. Yeah, without a pair. Big blind. I don't think I mind c-betting. Probably go small. He bets. I'm gonna give it up on the paired board. Guy behind, we don't have anything but a draw. Here we do have something. Get called here, just letting it go. Oh, Queen Jack, which is kind of neat. Take it down. 30 cents in the middle, huh? Checks again. Nah. Checks. I'll let it go. Goes well. The Glory Man in the house. Glory to the Glory Man. Good to see you back. This could have been raised. Down here. Yeah, I'm doing quite peachy. I hope the same is true for you, Glory. Whew. Oh, I'm just noticing here we have Jankard to our left, which is super fun. Who is super fun to play against? I think it's close. Position. Nice river. Block 10-7, we block 10-3. We're gonna go for a raise. Yeah, I can't call. Let's hope it's sixes basically. It's the 10-6. Can't call, can fold. Is what I meant. Decent question, sir. What are the final results? The final results were that I needed to move down. I couldn't tell you. I can't tell you exactly. Just glancing at my bankroll told me it is time to move back down. So pretty much lost all the money I had reserved for the shot. Although I did have some monthly expenses, not too much though. That wasn't a contributing factor there. Flop the set. See you, Martin. Jetcack is pretty crazy. Let's ISO this guy. Go for a thin ISO there. Top. Sort of a min 3-bet, huh? Well, we're not getting away from this one anytime soon, I suspect. Open ender flush draw. Oh, flush draw is good. It is. There we go. Not a specific, so I haven't made a post about the specifics yet. My bad, sorry, I forgot about it. I think a good idea, or what is probably best in practice, is to have the cash game league run as long as the home games take every day. Yeah, I think that's a decent way of going about it. Go. Look it down on table 3. Over here with the backdoor flush, we're calling. Also very decent blockers there. Okay. Letting this one go. A spot of heads up here. But I would like to keep the table going. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Next time we lead, I'll make sure to have something. Man, I suck at heads up, but I'll still let this one go. Easy game for him. This is the third time I'm getting, the second time I'm getting trips in a few minutes. On that table, this one we need to let be. Having the time of his life, raising us, we need to fold a lot, need to raise. Also gonna call it a 3-bet. So the specific starting time, Gloryman, would be when the home game starts, so at 7. And it's gonna be that everybody gets nobody should multi-table if because if it skew the results or make it easier for people that multi-table. So what I'm planning to do is first of all, I'm gonna sit on one table at first, and if more people want to play the cash game league, then we can go up to 4 tables. of course, and everybody gets should only have one entry. Nobody should multi-table. My result, for me, it doesn't matter since my result. First of all, I need to be at the tables in order to track the results, and I'm not going to be the running for the cash game league standings or anything myself. So it doesn't matter that I get to multi-table. But I think that's the only doable way I've come up with so far. And the Shazam off the bar. Appreciate it. Sure. And they're here. Singer Race Part decided to not c-bet on the flop. Checks to us twice. We can probably start betting now. Bets now. We have the open-ender bets pot though. They're gonna call. Maybe we can put in some bluffs in the end, or don't need to. Back to him. Nope, too bad. Thought it was gonna take the bait. Tight aggro on both of these tables. Cool. Well, and lose aggro, but that's the heads-up table. It's to be expected. I appreciate the kind words, Gloryman. Yeah, I think so too. With enough study, we'll take another run at it for sure. And when that happens, I will have some more study time under my belt. Which is not going to help us if we continue to run bad, but at some point we're going to have to, we're going to be able to break that spell, I'm sure. Now we're genuinely down to heads up, and then I'm going to leave. Flop, interesting over here. Flop 2 pair here, gonna lead those with the 7 and the gutter to the nuts. Small. I think I raised that. Okay, if he folds, I like it. But generally speaking, I get enough players. Ask again in a couple of days. Not sure yet. Right now, obviously, the answer is no, since we were down to heads up there. So I think the most likely way it's going to go in the next couple of days. First of all, I'm going to table start like crazy on Rio. And I'm always going to have 1 or 2 PLO 10 tables on the screen from once provided I run at RunItOnce. So we have some Rio. The rest is going to be divided up by either microgaming tables or I think GG poker for PLO 20 might be fine. Higher, I wouldn't like to play there because of the uncapped rake. But for PLO 20, it's probably alright. So yeah, it's going to be a mix of those two sides and as much of Rio as we can. Nah. Also another hard nah. But we're starting the PLO 20 grind off in profit, which is nice to see. 2 buy-ins on Rio, plus another close to 1.5 buy-ins, so a little more than 3 buy-ins in profit right now in total. Decent start. Wait, nope. Looking forward to the Cash Game League. Yeah, me too. It'll be fun. And I'll make an in-depth post about it in the next couple of days. That reminds me, I'm also gonna have an announcement that I'm gonna be on vacation next. I need to have a case of the stretches. Can't talk. That's much better. Right, so I'll be... Sorry, I got distracted there. I'll be going on vacation next Thursday, and I'll be gone until, including Sunday, I believe. So next Friday, the home games will happen, but they'll have to happen without me. Ooh, this guy is fun too. I remember that name, I think. And I'll be fishing. Gonna be at the Müritz, which is a huge amount of interconnected lakes. 2.5 hours north of here. And yeah, it has been a while since we've been there. We rented a small house and have a boat. My brother has a, what's it called in English? I guess it's a sonar. So to spot like swarms of fish, like schools of fish, and even individual fish, and get excellent detail on, you get detailed information on what the ground is like and all that stuff. Ooh. So that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see the clinic der Alte is putting on? What clinic? I'm confused. And see, Martin, I'm really sorry to hear that Jetcack didn't have time to mourn it properly earlier. That Jetcack put such a bad beat on you. But, you know, if it helps you, and you know this yourself, but in the long run, you'll clean him out. Old card by another crazy dude. 2 crazies here in this table. Poker salting is coming over the top. Ooh, a new PLO 20 table opening. Hang on, let me just rearrange the tables for a moment. So I think I'm going with this, trying to shut out the other crazy person. Against Poker Salty, we are definitely doing fine. Calls, ugh. Right, now we need to flop well. That qualifies-ish. But the money's gone in here. Might have some fold equity against him, which would be sweet. And sweet, confirmed, man. That was a 3 buy-in, 2.5 buy-ins profit right there. Good stuff. I'm not sure if have I studied anything specific recently, if that was geared toward me. If it is towards me, then the answer is unfortunately no, because I didn't have any time during the Gelfand streaming days and the Splash Hour promotion before those days. I think I streamed, like, what was it, 10 days something or plus in a row? Double Gutter, hey, thank you very much for saying that. That means a lot indeed. Cheers! Welcome back to the stream as well. Much respect at your discipline stepping down on stakes. Yeah, I do what needs to be done. But cheers for saying that. Do I find PLO 20 significantly softer than PLO 50? I don't think I do. PLO 50 has been plenty soft, just the dealer has been a poopy pants. Also, I made enough mistakes, but difference isn't that huge, to my own surprise. Specifically on Rio, the PLO 50 games, and it has been in evidence on this channel a lot. The PLO 50 games on Rio have been quite amazing, actually. Makes it much more of a pity that we have to step down for now, but yeah, it is what we need to do. One off here, both backdoor flushes. That's a nice one to roll off. Now we already bets, we're gonna go for half. Here, X quickly twice. I'm not gonna get away from this. Not helpful, unfortunately. Was not gonna bluff here, just need to let it go. In poker terms, it's like a hut. Let me check out what 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 the proper word for it is. It's a sonar or an echo sounder, I guess. I never heard that word ever. Of the nautical persuasion. I used to be too when I was younger. Oh, nautical. Oh, never mind. Misread that. To crush him this season. I broke a mug the other day. Oh, well, then you need a new mug? Yeah, that's fine. Falling, not a huge issue either. Both is fine in my mind. We get re-raised, however, we let this go. He comes over the top, the money's going in. Yeah. Vicious luck. Without a heart, I would sometimes just call. And don't get there. We had a bunch of... he didn't have the flush covered, so we were doing quite nicely against a specific hand. And no regrets there. Except that we didn't win it, of course. That is regrettable. There's room for a NutRaisin mug at the Glory event. There's actually good news regarding to the mugs. They didn't lower the price, but what was sad about the mugs in the past was that they almost cost double with the shipping, and they now do free shipping for the mugs. It's actually they actually lose money on them, but they said they prefer to do it that way. Then they checked with other vendors, had like a bunch of mug samples sent to them, where the shipping would be cheaper, like local vendors, but none of them satisfied their quality standards, and so they just decided to do away with shipping costs for the mugs entirely. I think is rather cool. Not gonna get away from this. We're up against, that's quite nice for us. And we stay pure there. Get down. Down here. Now that's... ugh. Yeah. Tell you what, with the suit, I'd come over the top against this guy, try to get it down to heads up. Oh, NutRaisin hoodie. Ooh, I want a NutRaisin hoodie myself. By the way, since the shirt I ordered was in an L, in a large, and is a European large, so it's actually it's a bit too big for me. They kindly shipped me today. They kindly shipped me another red shirt for free, and also a test embroidered cap. But they already told me they're not quite happy with how it works out, not because of the people they work together with. They have a very good embroiderer, I've been told. The problem is the fine details. They had to remove a lot of them. And so they're not quite happy with the result, but send it to me anyway, so I'm able to check it out. I thought it was very, very sweet of those guys. So lots of thumbs up for Bad Beat Clothing right there. Okay. Have it. I'm telling you, Gloryman, PLO off the bar is on fire with the modding. Can't say enough great things about you, off the bar. And PLO Boss, welcome back! Thanks for the good lucks. I'll do my best so far. We are doing quite nicely today. Helps when we flop top set with aces. More aces over here. Get a walk. It's a 6. There's too many gaps there. You know, just let it be. That'll work. Still tight aggro on all the tables except this one where we lose aggro. What did I get? What are we doing so far? On Rio, we're up a buy-in. It raised here, that's alright. Doing rather fine on microgaming, where we're up 4 buy-ins. So we're up 5 in total, $100. I like it. Actually, gonna start betting here, I think. This table broke. What the hell happened? Take it down on table 2. Take it down here as well. Here, huh? Not a satisfying turn. X. I'd end up calling... I don't know. He checks, saving us from making a tough decision here. And we split it up, fair enough. Ace is on the crazy table. It raised pretty crazy guy. No surprise there. Couldn't play another big one. Over here we flopped the bottom set, so that was pretty sweet. Playing for it all. With aces, bad aces, but aces. Against aces. And we need a 4, otherwise he needs a 7. Down here. Certainly gonna go all in at this point. Ooh, we're doing nicely. Very nicely indeed. Over here we have a potential bluffing spot. Not gonna go with it, not against these guys. Here I call it 3-bet. Need to let it go at this point. Done 14 binds in 12 hours. I'm insanely soft right now, but I'm way too tilted to play well. Then play another day. I've been there plenty of times, see Martin. Sorry to hear it, man. That's pretty brutal. But then save your play for another day. Good games will always be there. No point in playing in an insanely soft game when you're not in the right mindset to take full advantage of it. It's decent. And I agree, that's a huge edge you have over other people if you stop when you recognize you stop playing well. You stop playing for a while. Did have the 5-do. Oh, the 5-dos didn't help him at all. The most disgusting run by the past 3 months. You and me both, man. Fortunately not for a full 3 months, but I think I also play a few more hands. I'm gonna bet. And gonna bet here as well. Take it down, here we get called. Gonna put in another one. Surprised if we get called, wouldn't be surprised if we get a fold, which we do, and that's of course amazing. Cash out curse is real. Deposit curse is real. Man, it has been for me the last couple of weeks. That's all I did was deposit, 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 and then deposit some more. Bet. Fair enough. Decided to come over the top here. Would have folded to a re-raise, and we flop quite nice. Also gonna see bet large here. Join you at the PLO 10 table. Right on! Best of luck, Glory. We turn our right over here. It will help you get the PLO a little bit quicker. Nah, I hope you do well. Not necessarily against me, but on the whole, I hope you do well. We'll let it go. Get called, we should be good always. Had a raising hand here, pre-flop, poker salty just limping. Big no-no. As a short stack, we get aces on the poker salty table. That was suited to boot. And then we get raised, get to play for it all. Decent board right now. And he is not drawing that yet. Gutter and the flush draw. That is a very decent question, sir. Down here, called a 3-bet, and now, ooh. 2 pair, money's gone in. Here we, of course, turn amazing. Shown the right table, this was the one I was talking about. And we stay good. Just gonna call here. Up here, I think we can go with the re-raise. I heard the noise. Somebody triggered the noise. Now I'll check up on it in a moment. Geo, if I'm not butchering the name. Cheers, thank you very much for the follow. Game over the top, flop the top pair. He's gone in. Here we got called for a raise and take down another few bucks in profit. SPR, being as it is, money's gone in and no mistake. Get down. This table we gonna ditch. And this table is down to heads up, so we get some breathing room and I can catch up with the chat in a moment. Not before getting a nice hand down here, however. This will call. Here we're gonna see what's small. Take it down with the small c-bet. Gutter, it's a decent question. I think on the whole, holding a pair of sevens in my hand, I would have preferred to turn fold, given a little bit more time. Oh, this Vikings guy is kind of fun. No, he's sitting out. Never mind. Yeah, leave the table as well. Some new ones. PLO boss, thank you very much. That was a decent pot right there again. Turning this day into a rather nice one for now. On micro, we are up 6 buy-ins, 6.5. Of course, now it's all in terms of PLO 20 buy-ins again. And how are we doing on Rio? On Rio, we're up more than 2 buy-ins as well. So make that, what, 6.5, 8.5 buy-ins? A very nice start. They're gonna go with the bet. Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, sorry if I butchered the name. Geo, maybe. I don't know. Thank you for the follow. So of course I wouldn't. Fate being the way it is sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised if you go on a massive heater now at PLO 20. I mean, today it qualifies as a pretty massive run right now, because we've been playing for what, 1 hour 45 minutes? Good to see it. Nope. Nope. Before the home games kick off, I'm gonna go on a short break. In like 20 minutes or something. Be like a 5-minute break. It's possibly a bit too loose. 5 deuce to call. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't like it. It looks so clean, and then there's no legit options for playing online. Yeah, you do have other live games at your disposal, but of course those are different beasts, require different bankroll. But it is a true pity that you are not able to play online with the rest of us. And I hope it changes someday soon. Because that would be massive. One day, yeah. One day, tier wipe. No, I'm completely with you there. It would be wonderful. We have Americans back in the mix. Currently sitting only on 3 tables, waiting for some more. There are 2 further tables going on microgaming. Yeah, as I said, I'll open a account on GG Poker probably. Have some more options for PLO 20. A lot of kings. They still get played, I believe. As in raise folded, naturally. Never mind in that case. Only apply. Let me check up on that, but I think they actually do. Yeah, exactly right. Don't think we're on the same PLO 10 table. Fair enough, but you got away with a nice river bluff. Sweet. Good start, man. Happy to hear it. That is a very nice board. Be back at PLO 50 before the home game rates ends at this rate. That's a happy thought indeed. Hey, right now we do have a splendid hourly. And a new PLO 20 table, again with the crazy guy to our left. No, the other left. Alright. This table coming up here. Sweet. Meantime, we have a bunch of folding to do. This one, first playable hand. This one over a little bit. Wait, and click the right buttons. There you go. And friends for channel. See Martin on our table. We are the one having position. Kill one. This is one of the cases where I wish I had more colors at my disposal. Doesn't quite qualify as a maniac, but it's probably the best tech to give him. Given his aggressive stats here, pre-flop, raise and 3-bet 70%. And a VPIP of over 50. And he left. Romanique! Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you, Roman. Hope you're with us in the home games a little later, in half an hour, namely. Very aggressive dude. Normally a fold against him. Maybe I can talk myself into a call. I think I will, given the power of position here. Or do we have to give up? Because he's always gonna seep at this. We could come in for the raise. I think the pot is a little bit too large for it. I prefer to do that in single raise pots with a higher SPR. He actually has more of a decision to make. Because now if he has an overpair or even overcards and a flush draw, I might sometimes just go with it. Putting us into a nasty spot. I just want to keep betting on. Threes and having no diamonds in our hand. Going with this. And we get a fold. Good stuff. Bot down here as well. I think this time I am going for the raise here. Been interesting up here. Let's go for 3 streets here. Gonna bet up here now. Down. On the paired board, my default action here is to fold. So by the way, on the turn, I mean. Yeah, so in roughly 20 minutes, 15 minutes I go on a short break. Need to check. Or fold. Down here, button open. Oof. Think I'll let it go. Yeah. We're gonna let go. I think I'll still go with the race. Forgo Phil Gelfand's approach there. Everybody's sitting out down here. What's happening? 5 not particularly helpful. On the other hand, doesn't change too much. Decent amount of showdown value, even though. And yeah, the 5 didn't really change anything. He had to straight all the way. Well, from the turn onwards. We're still doing fine. Drawn to a higher straight there on the turn. Up quite nice down here. Gonna lead this. Yeah, I think GG Poker will be a worthwhile addition to the mix of sites we play. I'll let it go. Stick to my tightish roots. Up €5. Go, 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 Gloryman! That's half a bind. That's nothing to sneeze at. 50 big blinds is a decent result for anybody. Good stuff. And found a table on the other PLO 20 table. A seat. They're playing a decent one. That's something random there, basically. Puzzling. Yeah. Even with an open-ender is quite nice. Down here we flop a pair. Really draw a board, but we also have the nut flush draw. Checks quickly. We're gonna check again. Or river bet in this case. Know how it turns out. Actually, watch. Down. Let's pot now. No reason to come over the top, I suspect. Too bad, such a nice turn. Not a bad board for our hand, all in all. For the nasty ace. And letting it go. Looks like we get company down here by... I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the name. Ooh, we got all the aces over here. Make out straight. Pretty sweet. The nuts, right? We do have the nuts on the board. Down. I'm gonna raise this up. I'm always doubtful of these min bets there. They're usually, more often than not, they indicate the I want to draw to something for free mindset. Comes over the top though. In that case, I'll let it go. Up €8. Awesome! Awesome beans, man. Great. Keep it up, Glory. Keep it up. Glory? Yeah, looks like he is. Ready for that home game. down. And we have a decision here. I might actually want to go with this. Both of them pretty deep, like 150 BB deep at the beginning of turn. This is really thin, really optimistic we're not gonna catch a decent flop all that often. On the other hand, both of them are probably high up in their range, I would suspect, high card heavy ranges, so against those we're doing fine. Even with all the gaps. And we were. And he gets saved there on the river. Nice for him. Yeah, and equity-wise, we were doing against their specific hands, we were doing way excellent, since none of our flushes was covered, I believe. Sorry, shown the wrong table here. Aces we get raised, and wow, nice. Action coming our way. Refsa, hey, welcome back, Refsa. Yeah, I had to move down. PLO 50 has been treating me way nasty. Also made mistakes, which account for some of the losses, but it was a lot of nasty runouts, nasty runs we had on stream here. And forced me to move back down. He's all in. Yeah, we're not folding here with that much money in the middle. I have no clue what's happening. I think this dude make 2 pair. Hey, what I draw out here. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the disciplined and smart thing to do, Grafsa, is to move back down and rebuild, which we're doing rather successfully right now. Having a pretty massive day so far, especially given the fact that we've been playing for 2 hours now. And we are, let me actually check. On Rio, we're still up 2 buy-ins on Rio. Now all the these results are in terms of PLO 20 buy-ins again. 2 there, and on Micro we are up 120 plus a little rake back, 125, so that puts us at 165, 8 buy-ins. But we're up 165 euros roughly. Pretty sweet. Grafsa, if you want, join us in the home game in 20 minutes. I'll go on a short break in about 5. Start setting that up. A highlight video. Need to download some new ones. This one is going to be a repeat performance. With the crazy guy, I'm actually gonna go for a really loose call here, hoping for that magical king would allow us to win a massive one. If we don't get that king, we'll just let it be. On flops like these. 3 very active players involved. If we do flop that king here, I suspect we would get value. And, you know, we're up against ranges like these. No regrets there. Sorry about that. Just setting up the video for the break. Fine board to c-bet on, out of position it's going to be a larger c-bet, which is still profitable in my experience. We don't get called often enough there. Good to be a minus EV move. Yeah, I think another orbit, and then I'll go on a short break. Tables get raised here. Flop some stuff. Got it, which would be too nuts in the jack high flush draw. Completely horrible. Grafsa, thank you for the nice words. I'll do my best. I think so too. We'll be able to take another run at PLO 50 before too long. And I'm not devastated about it at all. It's a calculated risk. It's part of poker. Sometimes you're the buck, sometimes you're that windshield. Yeah, and Devon actually didn't. That decision to, or the necessity of having to move down, actually didn't weigh on my mind at all. Only only point in time in the last 4 or 6 weeks that did weigh on my mind for a day was the day where I ran so bad and then started tilting. Ended up being in sort of a trance where I didn't really notice how much I was depositing and playing and losing. And for the last part of the session, the largest part of the session was me just running like ass. And then I started playing off stream, and after I thought I had cleared my head, which I think I did, even looking back, I think I did. It's just that it didn't help that the run bet, like proper run bet, continued for another 10 buy-ins, and then I started tilting on top of that, which didn't help the results at all. And so that was the only spot in my mind where I look back and think like, ugh, wish I hadn't done that. Most of the other things is just the way poker is. PLO you can play, yes. The play money event. So PLO I can. There's a prize pool in the play money event. If you're from the US, I obviously can't ship to you on stars, but I can ship to you on ACR if you want. I could also do PayPal. PayPal my least preferred option because there I have to pay fees and they end up being like percentage-wise from the winnings end up quite a lot. But I'm still happy to do it. But if you have ACR, that would be wonderful. Then I can ship winnings to you there. All the info is in the chat because Off the Bar is on point, making the Gloryman and Der Alte having not much to do these days. Off the Bar is on point. Der Alte and Gloryman are on point as well. When it comes to modding, both of you are great mods, and I appreciate having you a lot. Didn't mean to come across in any other way. Right, I'll put on the break screen, put on a highlight video for a moment. I'll be back in roughly 5 minutes, and then we will head into the home games in less than 15. See you soon. It might be 6 minutes or something until I get back, because I'll grab a bite as well. Yeah, see you in a moment. I'll go for it. Nice. Got a hand, ladies and gentlemen. We got the ace-ace, 6-3, triple suited. Come on, Antoine. Oh no, Anton, I'm sorry to Frenchify you there. Okay, I think I have a pretty decent image on this table. As in, I should get a call here. What you gonna do, Antoine? Anton, sorry. Ah, perfect. Let's do this. Ace, jack, jack. Watch him hit a jack. Yeah, right away he gets there with the full house. Story of my day. Nice hand, he says. Yeah, nice hand. Fortunately, that is fair. Here I'm gonna call. That deuce is a pretty decent card, all in all. Or so I thought. Nice. Very nice, Mr. Bond. Okay, this is certainly nice enough though. Suits me just fine. Gee, I'm just gonna pot it. Not this time, my friend. Not this time. Shazam! Fair enough. Yeah, the gaps, right? I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm coming around to as well. Well, that is quite lucky. Giving us the absolute nuts. Really? Are you serious? Yeah, yeah. Can't argue with that. Like the two gaps is just too large. I'm not gonna be excited if he comes over top at all. But I think I prefer bet folding to check calling. So the problem is I'm cutting down on the ace-8 combos dramatically by holding an 8. Then again, I'm not so certain how often an ace-ace is continue on the turn here. I'm a little bit skeptical that he actually needs to have the ace here all the time. It's gonna be tough to continue on the turn. Maybe more of a hand that contains an 8. If he has ace-8 with an 8, then that would certainly explain it. I think I'm talking myself into calling here. Ace-ace with an 8! I mean, this is... huh. I think I do have my head in the game. That's unfortunate, though. That was the only aces that make sense, right? Unless he decides to be really sticky, but that's not the board to do that on. Even the aces with a flush draw is not going to make you happy, because I have a full house there very often. Huh. And we are back. So I think we are. Yes, we are indeed. Put on the lucky hat. Donate it to charity of your choice. I can do that. Or exchange it for a month of follow, whatever you prefer. Completely up to you. And Bracerman, hey, welcome back. Thanks for the good lucks. I take that. Good luck outside of the home game. And run bet in the home game. I can deal with. So let me actually close down Poker Tracker. That way I'll be able to open stars. Otherwise it'll bitch at me for running an old version. Cool, PLO boss, then I can do that. Then I'll keep track of your winnings, and as soon as they reach €5, I can either donate it, let me know if you prefer that, or I can give you a sub. Yep. Let's call this. Flop a nothing right now. I think that's the technical term for it. Got that Friday feeling. It's a good day to have that Friday feeling. Note to you, if you use an old version of Poker Tracker and you play stars from time to time, first of all, make sure you close that version and also open Task Manager, because there's always a resident process, almost always a resident process of the Poker Tracker 4 program still happening, still hanging out in the Task Manager, and make sure you close that one, otherwise stars will bitch at you. Send you angry emails. I've gotten more than half a dozen of those so far. Gonna go for the delayed bet here. Of course, well, there's a delayed because now I have now I have a reason to bet. And I'll open up stars, and if you just applied PLO boss, I can grant the application. Tall words, just accept the application, which I have to, and then you'll be all set to play. $72 with you, it'll probably be 73 then. There you go, review. So please let me know in chat if you haven't applied yet. I just approved someone. I don't know if it was you. You guys have a tournament ID. It's all in the home game club. Home game. Oh, then it probably doesn't work with the ID. Because you need to be a member of the club in order to be able to play in the game, and I don't think giving you the ID is gonna help. And in fact, I don't think there is no ID as far as I can see. Hey, that rhymed, but it wasn't my intention. A very thin open to begin with. Now I'm a little bit in an interesting spot here. With all the crazy dudes. I think I'll end up calling closing the action here. Sure, why not? It's gonna be nasty to play. Maybe not. Good thing we didn't. You're in Hawaii on vacation. Well, if you're in Hawaii, then should be do. It's still unfortunate you can't play, but I'm sure you find plenty of reasons to distract you from those from that fact. Yeah, exactly. Meh, but Hawaii. So. Sounds pretty good. Comes over the top. We are going with this one. Yep. He's showing up with a random hand. And has some outs. Scratch that. Yeah, tough to beat quads. You're running good, you're running good. $18 entries in the play money for the real money tournament already. Sweet. I think the late rec period is now 10 minutes. And again, so we're also going to play cash game tables. I'm going to close the micro gaming tables, because otherwise it's probably going to be too busy. And let me see if I can whip up a quick command for the Nightbot for the cash game league. I'm gonna lead here now. If you could raise, you still let it go, that's fine. But we don't. We take it down. I'll be distracted for a moment. gonna close these tables and move over the tournament tables in a moment. So, sorry, I'll be quiet for a moment. Trying to whip up a command here for the cache bot, for the night bot. Let this go. And good luck, everybody. We are off. Nope. There you go. Right, so this one we need to let go. However, down here we have one we can raise, I think. Close. He's this pure monster. He is indeed. He is indeed. Sorry to hear. But stick around, you'll get him. Or next day, if you don't feel like playing today, wait for another day. That's the better decision. Crazy people are always going to be around. Games are always going to be good. Up here, I think we're going to call. The reason why I bet down there was, of course, that I had the accent blockers to the nuts and the bottom set. Emogris! Good to see you back, and happy to hear that you remember the home games in time this time. Sweet! So let me just set up a timer. 45 minutes, so at... So put that one on timer 2. Sweet. So how are we gonna go about this? Right. I'm gonna sit at a PLO 2 table then. Oh, new members have applied. Just accepted the application. Tough life, Hawaii, California. PLO boss, see you soon, man. Probably need to let go. A little bit too disconnected there. So. games, there you go. One player at the PLO cash table. The Glory Man being there. Sorry, Glory Man, I didn't mean to sit in position to you. Even though heads up, it doesn't mean much. There we go. I have a third person, i.e. der Alte in the home game cache. So, letting this one go. Here, we're letting it go as well. And they're playing a big one here. Oh, right, I need to open the other poker tracker. But I'm gonna disable the HUD for all the tables. Is incoming by T-Boy, who was the winner of last week's home game. Newcomer T-Boy. "19 entries in the Play Money home game. Cheers everybody for joining. Appreciate it a lot. And we have 6 entries in the real money now, it looks like. We're gonna be on one table in a moment. And turn off the HUDs there. Hide HUD on this table, hide HUD on this table. And here we flop kind of alright. Gonna hide the HUD here. So, there we go. Sorry, wrong button. Yeah, I think they are now, we now have 10-minute late reg. Yeah, we do, for some reason. It used to be 5, right? Putting the nuts here against Mogris. Up here, 966, 996, okay. Right, and for those of you who are unaware, a new thing. We have a home game cache league now. It's going to work the way that I'm going to be sitting on all the cache tables. If you want to play with us, please only take one seat should we have more than one table open. And I'm not going to be in the running for the cache game standings, of course. And I'm sitting on all the tables so I can actually track all the hands and have an accurate, the accurate results there. And yeah, if you want to play some PLO 2 with us, some cache games, then do so. And they are gonna run from the time that the home game tournaments start until the time that the home game tournaments end every day. Sure, complete here. Flop quite nice. Fill up, just gonna check once more. Take it down. In the home game, we Just gonna call. Turn for us. Anything happening over here? Not much. Down here. Resumen and the cash tourney. We do not. So if you're sitting, if you see yourself sitting on one of these tables, Ian Leal we know. Besna we don't. I'm not quite sure who it is. Sorry, here Besna, and down here T-Boy. I don't know who it is yet. Chekawara. If you guys want to, then let us know in the Twitch chat who you are on stars, and I'll put a note down, and in the future I'll be able to reference you by your Twitch handle. This thing out of the way here. Oh, I don't show it for a moment so I can get the full thingy. Save and hide. Right, down here, nothing cooking for us. Up here we're gonna call. This position. The Gloryman does, I don't. You have position on me. Turn to pair. Here we're gonna need to let it go. Just keep last week's winner on your table. There was T-Boy here, who took it down last week. Woo. Have a hand in the Real Mana tournament. And Bracerman is sitting with us in the cash game table. Kinda dig it. Get called by Mogris. More often than not, he's on a draw here. We're good against the A6. Over splitting. Here we need to let go. Did Mogris have there? Ace 5. Get aces in the home game. Good stuff. Here we need to let go once more to play money. It's a decent turn, all things considered. And so it was for T-Boy, who's continuing his run from last week, it seems. That reminds me, check out my Sunday winnings thingy. Let me see if Cap alone is in the tournament today. No, he isn't. If any of you knows Capelone, that's his star's handle, obviously. He was in a home game a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't able to send my winnings, send his winnings his way, since his account wasn't able to receive real money transfers. Not quite sure what to do about it. And there's also Das Links. Also not here. I think I also have a euro on the books from him. Let this one go, and here we get to raise. And we flop rather nice with the jack in our hand. We are 4 ways, huh? We're still gonna see bet here. Gonna raise on the cash game table with a rundown. Gonna call a raise too. Yeah, this might be a big one down the road. Here we need to let go. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Pretty good for us, right? Ooh, that's also pretty good for us, flopping the nuts right away. And we're good here. Taking it down. Nice. Sorry, Bracerman. You had a quite an... Oh, you had a huge hand on that flop as well. That one was nasty. What's happening over here? Closing the action is at 7-4. Let's get lucky. With the backdoor flush draw on top. I raise light on the button? I would never. Well, with the backdoor flush draw, we ain't giving that one up. Complicates things a lot. The cash game move, we have Red Nibbler. Joining the home game cash league. Another bet from Azun here. Let's go. And by the way, we're now chip leading the home game. The play money home game. The real money, there are 7 entries now. Sweet 9s. Very nice hand. Ambitious play pre-flop, but very nice flop and turn. Braceman had to go with it. I completely understand. And GG Bracer. Sorry to see it was such a short home game, but happy to have you on board. Okay. Raise it. Take it down into cash. And just gonna check fold our way to victory. Nope. Once the home games are over tonight, I'm gonna go on my dinner break, and then I'll be back for a late night stream. Building here in the cache table. We have a hand in a tournament. It's King Jack 7 double. Not the greatest, but certainly playable. Only 16 entries now in the home game. As in, somebody got knocked out there. We probably need to let this one go. The nicest board for us. Off the bar, you're already out? Alright, sorry man. GG. The cache we need to fold, do a lot of folding here, but I'm taking it seriously. Looks like the the real money tournament has a prize pool of 14 bucks, 910 to the winner, 490 to second place. Yep, need to let it go. There's a pot building in the cash game table. So as I said earlier, it's possible that today's points in the home game tournament will not count unless they count into a new season. I wrote stars about it. I can't find a way to manually end the season that we ended ourselves. And yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back from stars about that. Somebody followed during the home game stream, that's rare. Altigra. Thank you very much for the follow, cheers. Usually this is a PLO cash game stream. Right now we're doing the Friday home games and Friday home game cash. And when I come back later tonight, it'll be all about that PLO cash game once more. Used to be PLO 50 for quite a while, but I had to move back down. Now it's PLO 20 while I rebuilt. Nope, need to let it go. The 4-ways, this is fine here in the cutoff. It's close-ish. Don't go overboard with these hands. more often than not you have to give up post-flop, and yeah, they're not the greatest hands. Up here, blind versus blind. With the queen, we're actually gonna start betting. The 7 pairing is interesting. I bet once more on the cash game table. Sweet. Get raised, huh? T-boy. Alright, have to concede the point here and let him have it. Against the Glory Man. Sure, on the button. Let's call this. It's thin, don't get me wrong. We flop rather interesting down here. And with the complete wrap and the nut flush draw, we're gonna start betting. Also involved in a hand here, where we just had to check. The gutter and the flush draw, the overcards. Nah, we'll let it go. Flop the open ender down here. The backdoor flush draw, let's take one off. Flush draw coming in, that is something. Bet. Should have bet. I'm checking a little bit too much in these spots. What were we up against? It's a set of 4s, alright. With the queen in his hand, blocking straight draws a little bit. Sure. Ooh, top set. Oh, GG Bracerman. Alright, alright, off the bar. That's more like it. Putting a flush out there. Gonna check. Not a nice river there. Just gonna check once more. And ooh, we're up against the middle set there. Take it down. Real. A bunch of chips. Let's call. Not making it easier on us to sport. See if we can get both of them to fold. Ugh. The answer is no. Wish I would have checked here. 5, that's already a bad start. Do get the side pot. Do we get a side pot? No. Huge hand for Dreamer there. The bottom set. The 9 was actually kind of neat for us. And what did Ian Leal have? Ian Leal had the kings. Now the kings need to fold there. On that flop. It's unfortunate, but better off letting that go. And we have a full cash game table now. I'll open up a second one in case anybody wants to join in a second table. If you do, please don't join with the second seat, only if you don't have room on the first table. So in the cash game, everybody should have only one seat, except me, so I can track the results. And Ian Leal, good game there, man. Good game. Have a limper, huh? Red Nibbler with the limp. Karma, hello too. Cheers, thank you very much for following. To check. And checking here. Where we're on the big blind. If everybody keeps checking, I'm gonna go for a pure bluff here. And again, if you don't want me showing my hand, if it tilts you or something, then let me know and I don't. Because I would hate for anybody to get tilted. Letting this one go and letting this one go as well. Nuclear Smurf back at the channel. Welcome back, mate. Good to have you. Need to do a lot of folding. Do the fold here as well. If Besna folds, we can open that one. In that case, nope. A reasonable hand down here. King 10-6. Probably gonna be a fold against the raise. Like it should be. I think if Mowgli maybe Carlson raises. Nah, I think we still fold. Definitely fold if Shekabara comes over the top now. Thank you for the good luck. 6-7 no home game. I'll take it. I had a massive run at during the first PLO 20 day today. Up like 8 buy-ins or something. Take that one down by the power of aggression. And this is gonna be a big one, it seems. What's happening? What's happening is that we need to fold. Sure, let's raise it up. Ended up happening over here. On that big pot, the Dreamer won. Nobody really had a hand. Katzas is the Nuclear Smurf. On the feature table, I guess. Here we take it down with queens in the end. Hello, Mr. Rigged. Psst. And still 7 entries in the real money tournament. Meantime, they're playing a decent one. Gonna take one off here for half pot. Turn 2 pair sounds pretty good to me. Maybe 10-8 makes a straight, queen high, and takes down a decent pot. And here we're gonna go for a raise. Just calling with 2 flushes on the board, also a very decent option. Unless we river the nuts. Ooh, big pot happening over here. Wow. Both of these players very deep still. Dreamer having a good run today. And that's a good question. We have, what, 10... like 18, 17 big blinds. Thought about just shoving here. Well, going all in is what I mean. I can't go all in yet. Betting pot is what I mean, of course. Get raised, that's unfortunate. And also couldn't quite tell you what drove me to bet here now. An 8. Would have made the full house. Would have, should have, could have. But we should have never called here. And ooh, you beat him with the flush there. Who was it? Mulgrease, nice hand. Not suited to the jack, we just need to let this one go. Even suited to the jack, it's rather thin for a call, I suspect. Wait, let's keep watching over here. Something happening in the cash game, and no mistake. We're not blocking anything except flush draws a bit. Well, quite a bit. Deuces against the queen, the trips. Yeah, tough to get away from that one. And looks like we are on the final table in the real money. And down to 2 tables in the play money. I'm 9th of 12. Was not a great start. Checker are raising us. Well, we're not folding that one just yet. And quite sure what to do here. I think we need to fold a lot. Yeah. There's an all-in happening up here, 3-way. And looks like Nuclear Smurf tripling up there. Very nice, Nuclear. Very, very nice. Nice hand. Knocking out 2 opponents right away. Blinds are gonna go up, then we have 12 big blinds. Yeah, we're going with this. Got her into backdoors, this SPR. I'm not happy. Not at all. But I'm not laying this down, I'm not checking. Potentially a 7. A 9. A 9 looks good. Tripling up there. Putting us in a much nicer spot now. 7th out of 10. Alright. Happening in the... Nuclear Smurf sim, as always. What a surprise. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I thought Urkus had folded. Freeways, I don't like the call. Totis9! Cheers! Thank you very much for following. Again, should point out that usually this is a cash game channel, but Fridays we have the home games, which is why you see us playing some PLO 2 here. And of course the home game tournaments themselves. Jacks, wow. Nuclear Smurf, what a race. Nine high flush versus the 8 high flush? Ah, that's always nasty. And also, was it here? Had trips. Bracerman had trips on the turn. Nasty. Three-bet pot in the on the PLO 2 table. Gloryman getting more respect than he probably deserves. Bluffy Glory. No, no, no. I don't want to give away your game plan. Also, I couldn't. I'm sure you adapted in the meantime. And nice one, taking it down. And we have a little bit of nothing. Giving us a pair at least. Gonna bet this one too. It's 2 pair in the end. Fortunately, have no clubs in our hand. And are dead to the flush. Get aces, however. Over here we have queens. Get to check, and what a nice board. To raise here. Called quickly. And with the 6 in our hand, we're still going with this. Too much money in the pot. More river magic. Over here we need to check. We get to call. Yeah, money's gone in. And we're back. Here, Nippler took it down. Quite see what with. Putting us in 2nd place now in the home game. Woohoo! And in 3rd, and the real money down here, where a pot is happening. I'm gonna call here with the gutter and the flush draw. Flop a wrap down here. And gonna call. Get called here, which is of course amazing. And he goes all in. 2 flushes on board. We got called by a pair of aces, by the way, on the other table. By who's Nuclear Smurf? We still have some. It's horrible. 7 also an out now. I think we need to go with this. Woo! Oh wait, what's happening over here? 8-5 and the 9s. Ooh, nasty beat. Also had a 6 in his hand, blocking that exact run out. Nice hand down here. Go for the check raise. Down there, couldn't show. Have a nice starting hand over here. Gonna be a raise. And this is gonna be a raise call. The double pair and the king high suit. And your kings we fold here. Should we get re-raised, but not these. And we're now chip leading the play money. Also we're chip leading both of them. Wow. Might get to save a bounty or two today. That would of course be sweet. We have, oops, wrong button. It's not a cash table. Ace, king, king, jack, looking mighty fine. This is really loose, but closing the action. 2 pair on this board. I think we might need to let it go here. Yeah. Up here, even closing the action. Make the deuce a 7 and 9, sure. Actually, we weren't closing the action. And still, 4 ways this would be really nasty to play down the road. Urkus winning the main one. Nice hand. Understand Urkus going all in there. Let's put one over. On the Nuclear Smurf, apparently we don't get to. Still 10 entries in the play money. We're now 3rd out of 10. But still chip leading the real money tournament, where a pot is happening on a board which we block quite nicely with the cards we folded, blocking a king. But Mowgli's taking it down. Took me a moment to come up with the name. Lot of nopes. Nope here, nope up here, but decent pot happening over there. Yeah, that's true. Can't teach luck. Wish I could teach bad luck, because then I'd take on a lot of my opponents as students. Specifically at PLO 50. Free coaching. Come and get it. How to be unlucky. Checking here. Flop a pair. Nothing massive by any means. And down here we get a check behind with an okayish hand. That flops quite alright. Turn the open-ender and the future blocker. Here we need to let go. And here we pot it now. And take it down. Not good enough to raise, just calling it. Although, you know what? Excuse me, against the small blind we could have raised. My bad. Gutter and very excellent future blockers. Question is, do we get to see a turn? Honestly, would have preferred a jack or an ace. On that card I could have bluffed. Here I'm always lost. Looks like we're gonna be good. We're up against the king for sure, right? Aces, ooh, nasty. Nuclear Smurf saying he's not... Is that Nuclear Smurf? Yeah. He's not falling for that. So we do need to do a lot of folding in the cash game here. And that's right and proper. Raising hand down here. Thin-ish in MP, effectively. It's right on the edge of being fine, I think. Flop, interesting. 5. Yeah, we're going with this. 50-50 basically is a better flush draw. We need the board to pair. Nope, do not get there. And end up making 2 pair. Nice hand there, Mogris. The ace is on that table down there. Take this one down. That's pretty cool. And the aces are gonna pot it. Actually, against Silver's Racerman? Yeah, there you go. Chip leading both tournaments again. Sweet. Let's hope Bracer has kings here. Don't mind checking on the rainbow board. Maybe catch up a little. Do with that queen as well. take it down. Decent pot happening over here. 20, 25 big blinds in the middle. Looks like we're on a break in the tournaments, so it's just gonna be PLO 2 cash game action. A rarely seen thing on this channel. Not before another hand plays out in the real money, however. Nothing changed price pool wise. Nope, still 14 in total. 9, 10 for first place, $4.90 for second place. Queens, huh? Nice. Alright, so for the next 5 minutes, I can actually open up a PLO 10 table on Rio as well. Just something to look at. That one maybe to the left. There you go. Right, once the home games are over, I'll take a break, take my dinner break. Be for like roughly 90 minutes usually. And then I'll be back for a late night stream. Nope, need to let it go. Jacks and 5s up here. Doesn't look bad. This might be also one for the calling ranges in the as a calling range in the small blind. There isn't too many hands off. Pressman is saying he's gonna take a shot whenever I ask who's sinless in the future. I have a fine hand down here, PLO 10. Gonna be a raise and a raise call. Cold calling, oh, that's a thing, I guess. 3-ways, heads up, I always see bet the sport. 3-ways, I'm not going to, just gonna check and give up. What happening at the PLO 2 table? Here. I'm gonna bet on the larger end, trying to end the hand right now, basically. And here we're gonna go with a loose-ish open, although it's actually fine. With the Jack-10 combo, we can even call with that huge dangler here. It'd be a bit nicer if we were suited to the king now, on second thought. Usually we need to fold here, but I have some feeling that Q and Flake might be a bit nutty. We turn 2 pair. the money in ourselves. Putting Q and Flag in a tough spot. Happy to see it is a tough spot for him, not an auto call, because then we're doing quite bad. No, I don't want to cash out. No! I should have cashed out. Yeah, so confirmed. Not a 3-betting hand there by any means, so I like everything I did in this hand, looking back. The home games are continuing, and they're continuing with a bang and a big pot here. In 8th place, in 2nd place out of 8. Greg has been sitting out from the beginning, is now all in. Just conjure up a link here from the Nightbot to put into the chat for Q and Flake, who says he doesn't know the rules. Oh, I can't post a link in here or what? No, apparently I can't. Alright. Need to let this go. Out of position. Sandwiched 3 ways. Even heads up, I let this go a lot. Gonna go for the lead here. Some pretty decent blockers with the 9. And the king blocking wraps. Now it's gonna get tougher to sell this bluff, but I'm still gonna go for it. Phew. Looks like Mowgris got knocked out of the real money tournament. I didn't see what happened there. So sorry, so potentially a bad beat. Yeah, flop 2 pair was up against kings, which can't fold there. I completely get that part. Oh, don't be river nice over here. I'm gonna close this table after this hand. That's actually a good question with the cash out hands. Right, we have a hand ourselves. We could just limp there. A 7-8 and a spade. We're gonna start c-betting. Up here, board pairing. You check the turn. I'll go with a small bet. We get raised here. Flush hype thing. Nice read. Thanks! Gonna call down. Gonna call down a lot. No flush. Well played. banking on my propensity and my inclination to call down when I shouldn't, especially for pot-sized rivers, when I should do way more folding than I currently am doing. And now this might be the end of our tournament really quickly. With the blinds being the way they are, we are gonna pot it here. Take one down. Wait, you had a straight flush there? You had a straight flush. What? Nice. Didn't even see that. Very nice hand, sir. And instead of diamonds rolling off for us, we get to see backdoor spades coming off. Ooh, big pot over here. What's happening? Gloryman taking down a huge one here. Wow, very nice. Very nice hands. Aim TT drawing dead here on that board. And we're on the final table here as well. And in the Play Money, no, Real Money tournament, Bracerman has a commanding chip lead now. And Red Nibbler and I are on the ropes and on life support. Chase the Ace, heroes and influences in poker, aside from Phil Galfond. Jane Anders, there are not that many. Well, influences would be Phil Galfond, Jane Anders, and I guess the authors of the Limit Hold'em book. I can't quite come up with the name right now. It was of the book. It was Alex Slansky. I just had the one of the other two names on the tip of my tongue right now. Forgot. So those guys helped me a lot when it came to playing Limit back in the day. And I guess heroes. Gus Hansen was. Sammy Farha is kind of my hero because he played a very unorthodox style back then. He played like Tondron before Tondron made it to TV. Or potentially even was a thing, not entirely sure. So he's kind of my hero because he was kind of cool. Although he seemed like the type of person I would never want to owe money to. For some reason. Yeah, who else? I think that's pretty much it. Oop, oop, oop. Big one here. 50-50 in the end. And we flop a flush draw. I think we need to go with this even though it's offsuit. Connectivity is there. Here we end up having a pair of fours. Not gonna do anything about it. %, that would be 99, 95. Oh, okay. Phew. But given the amount of blinds we had here, I think this is fine. Heads up to get it in with this one for less than 10 BB. Yeah, and the Great Dane, what's his name? Hansen, Gus Hansen. Well, I guess is also somebody I looked up to. Off the bar. I lost both tournaments quite quickly last week. Do remember that. And next week, you're all gonna be playing without me, because I'll be on vacation. I'll be fishing. That you've seen anyway. I had some decent runs in the home games, I have to admit. Raceman taking one down. This one we need to let go for this race size. Get aces. Very sweet. What, 8 big blinds? Heads up. Now it's depends on here. Raceman taking down their Alter, who flopped nice. Unfortunately, didn't turn that great. And GG there, Alter man. Well played. Nice to see that you've made it to the final table once again. It's your first time for everything. True that. And we have aces against a hand that's doing pretty bad against aces. Has an open-ender, however. 80%. And we stay good. Nice. Doubling up there. Are now second in chips. Now Shekavara needs to win some chips back. The big one happening here, although both of these players, everybody's really deep. I'm actually in 4th position now. Which also means congratulations for being in the money, everybody here. Here, I mean, alright, let's finish him. Finish him. Oh, we got the flush draw covered. That's not good for us. Nope.